with y'all. It's going to be another fun week of lives, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right here on Hurrdat's YouTube. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I'm live, because you never know what goodness we got to talk about, okay? We're going to kick off this week by talking about yet another, the latest Real Housewives of New Jersey casting tease. Going to get your thoughts on it, and I'm going to tell you how the general response to the tease online wasn't exactly what I took from it, okay? Also, gonna tell y'all about my latest obsession, and it involves cowboys in Missouri. Yes, I'm talking about the McBee Dynasty. Tell you more about that in a little bit. Wedding bells were ringing in Beverly Hills for our girl Alexia, Kyle's daughter. It was the first of Kyle's daughters to get married. She got married to her man this weekend. We're going to talk about that. And also, we are 1 week away from the best day of the year. And I'm not talking about Christmas, baby. It's even better than that. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City premiere is 8 days away, so we're going to celebrate. All right? So come in. Tell me about your weekend. I hope it was good to you. Tell me the good stuff. Tell me the bad stuff. Tell me the ugly stuff. Tell me everything. And we're going to kiki and chat. And then towards the end, I'll come back and read your comments and chat some more. Okay? So up first, we have another little casting tease, another little nugget of information or a statement that we have to just dive into and, try and see what's going on. Last night was the VMAs, okay? And they, of course, some of the Real Housewives of New Jersey cast were there because, as Teresa has said, they will go to the opening of an envelope. I'm not saying that the VMAs is an envelope. I'm just saying, how many other events do you see these people at? Anyway, some of these envelope openers are, who I'm talking about is Danielle from last season of Real Housewives of New Jersey. And she, of course, these women can't breathe or poop or think without somebody being like, what's the latest on the Real Housewives of New Jersey casting situation? As if they can say anything. Well, Danielle did have a little bit to say. Danielle said that things are shaping up, and she said that fans will be very happy. And she said that, it's going to be, Jersey's never going to disappoint, okay? Now, I first saw this tweet because I believe it was Queens of Bravo got it when Page Six interviewed Danielle on the red carpet. And Queens of Bravo and a lot of people took it as kind of like Danielle was teasing maybe that she was back, or at least that she knows who is back, even if it's not her. And that second part may be true. I'm thinking maybe she does have a little bit of insight as to what's going on. However, a lot of people took that as Danielle teasing that she may come back, okay? And I did not take that video that way, okay? Now, maybe it's just my Delulu mind, because if it ain't a show with Teresa in the center, then my mind just doesn't accept it. Maybe that's where we are. However, I just did not take it that way from her. Whenever she said, she kind of like looks down and she's like, Jersey fans are going to be happy. And we have to remember, Danielle is a newcomer. She's someone who admittedly watched the show for years. She's one of us, okay? She's younger. So she's watched this stuff play out all these years, I personally kind of took that not as that she will be back, but as almost even though I'm not back, the show is going to be what people want. And it's going to be, like going back to the roots of the show. And I took that as her alluding to there being a Teresa included, that is just what I thought. Now, there have been a lot of, you got to think, we all entered this pause era for Real Housewives of New Jersey kind of with only two options, either Teresa and company or Melissa and company. That was it. It wasn't that both were going to be gone or that both would be back. We kind of entered it with, in our minds, only two options, correct? This is my theory. And I tweeted this earlier in response to the Danielle stuff. I'm going to read it to you. If I was more prepared, I would have already had it pulled up, but I got distracted. All right, this is what I said. My theory from day one for Real Housewives of New Jersey is that both Melissa and Teresa will be back. I think Bravo's pause was never for them to determine a way to move forward with only one of them. I think the pause was instead because Bravo, I've said before, they don't want to make this decision. They don't want to do it. I think the pause was to either give Teresa and the Gorgas a chance to heal and come back together, or you make them wait long enough that they've now had this little bit of fear, like, oh my gosh, this chapter of my life might be ending. And so that whatever offer and contract is sent their way, they'll accept it. I genuinely think that both Melissa and Teresa will be back. I think that's been the plan from day one. I do. Think about it. If they were going to fire either one of them, either for storyline, lack of storyline, things done on the show, things done off the show, they've had plenty of opportunities for both so far, right? And to me, I almost think they would have known, like, if you already have to make that decision, I think you're going to know why. Like, I think they would have already known deep down which way they were going to go. I genuinely think that they have never intended to make a decision. I don't. I think that this all was a game. I think Bravo is playing us. I think Bravo is playing the women. And I think that both Melissa and Teresa will be invited back, and I think that both of them will accept it. I do. Is that what we wanted? No. But if you just look at history and look at time, they've had every opportunity in the world to professionally part ways with either party. And now when all eyes are on them, seemingly with us waiting for them to do it, there still is nothing. I don't think they're going to. I genuinely don't. So let me know what y'all think about that. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think that it will be both of them back with a couple other familiar faces, like maybe Dolores, maybe Margaret as like a friend, and then 3 or 4 other new girls. I think it'll be a Miami style reboot, old and new. I do. I'm really curious to see what y'all think about that, though. Fabulous. Danielle won't be back, but she wants to pretend she is. Yeah, I think we all know Danielle won't be back. She doesn't need to be, and I'm not even being shady. Just nothing was there. But yeah, I didn't take that as her like hinting that she was coming back. I almost took it as a nod of like good will towards the show. Like, it's going to be what people want. It's a good thing, you know? Speaking of a good thing, y'all want to know what's good? Is the McBee Dynasty. Baby. If you want cheating, busting windows, trespassing, possible, I don't even like to say animal cruelty, but it was a factor. We've got a lot of alcohol. We've got a lot of mentalities from men that really need to progress. We've got women that I am like ready to jump in and defend. There ain't no fashions. I don't want no fashions. We've got scenery. It's pretty. McBee Dynasty. Y'all know Best of Bravo, Maggie Kelly. Love her. She's been one of my besties for years. She's been on telling me like McBee Dynasty is good. McBee Dynasty is good. And I was like, do I have to start with season 1? Like, there's already 2 seasons. Like, I can't do that. And I've told y'all before, I really only like my Housewives. Like, they take up all my energy. They emotionally exhaust me. I'm good. I'm committed. I'm at my limit. I went over that limit this week. I'd committed to having a weekend at home to get some work done and rest. And I was like, I need something to distract me, you know? And so, baby, I started the McBee Dynasty season 1 on Peacock. There is an imprint of my ass on my couch that will never go away because that's how long I sat in one spot. I now have a master's degree in farming. I have a minor in business, and a big damn interest in whether or not this man is going to prison or not. How did I forget that? I named off all the things that we have on this show. I forgot to mention we got another jailbird. So, y'all, it's good. The show is about this guy, Steve McBee. He has 4 sons. The show really focuses on 3 of them and their girlfriends, fiancés, you know, and they own this huge farm in Missouri. And there's financial struggles and now legal struggles, and there's all of them have their own individual relationship issues, and the dad is a lying and cheating man, and it's just, oh my God. And then we ain't even got to the best part. Then there's Galyna. Baby, I want a series like where housewives are locked in a house or a room with Galyna, and we just time it how quickly she takes them out. She has no competition. Y'all thought a little read was the way to get somebody back? I'll bust the windows out your car. That is Galyna. She'll bust the windows out your car, your living room, your bedroom, your chicken coop, and which might let another animal get in there and hurt your chickens. I'm telling you, crazy. And I feel like it's a little bit of a hidden gem in Bravo too, because I'd posted on my Instagram story this week when I was like, you know, do I have to watch season 1 first? I could not believe the amount of messages I got of people being like, yes, you have to watch, watch every episode. You're going to love it. Like, this show, I think, must be have a decent following within the Bravo community, because rarely do I post about and get that much response to one specific thing. Like, it was people literally like, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. Like, I lost count. I had probably 30, 40 messages of people saying, oh my God, you have to watch. And then people messaging me saying, wait, if you're going to watch, then maybe I should watch too. And I'm telling everybody, watch it. Pay double for Peacock. It is worth it. I'm telling you. Okay. Another thing that happened this weekend is Alexia, Kyle and Mauricio's daughter, got married. Page 6 described it as an intimate wedding. We've talked before, Beverly Hills has been filming for what seems like forever. So I'm not sure if cameras were there, if cameras weren't there. We will see, but really, really happy for Alexia. Felt like we got to know Kyle's kids more on Buying Beverly Hills, which I still lose sleep at night over that being canceled, but that's a topic for another day. And I don't know, I just felt like Alexia was very, very like chill and cool and funny. And yeah, just really happy for her. I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the guy she married, they've known each other like since elementary school or something. So just really, really happy for them. The pictures of Kyle and Mauricio walking, both of them walking Alexia down the aisle, was just awesome to see. Yeah, so really, really happy for them. A lot of people commented saying they didn't see Kim Richards there, which obviously breaks my heart. Hopefully there were just maybe she wasn't in any pictures or tagged in any. Or, if it wasn't necessarily the best time for her to come, I'm sure that was a decision that wasn't made lightly. So always sending my girl Kim every bit of love and positive energy that I can, because that's my queen. Speaking of queens, it's almost time for our Salt Lake City queens to come back. We are 8 days away from the season premiere of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and I don't know about y'all, but I got my parka and my snow boots ready. Okay. I have seen, though, because apparently the screener has gotten around to everybody except for me. Bravo. I won't tell anybody. I won't make tweets about it. I won't release any details. But now I'm about to, because I don't have the screeners. I'm just going off what I saw on Twitter. Someone said a few people said that Lisa Barlow isn't even in the premiere. That the premiere is entirely like a girls' day trip or something like that, like an event, which I believe was the same last year. Like the premiere was all like a party. It wasn't any home scene, stuff like that, which is very interesting if you think about it, and very unique. But there were also rumors before this season started that Lisa Barlow was either holding out in negotiations or playing hardball. And I didn't know if there was truth to that. And then she was eventually spotted filming. But now that if it's true, we will see when the episode comes out, because I don't have the screener, that she is not in the first episode at all. I would have no other choice but to believe that she was holding out for negotiation purposes. And even then, I'm surprised they didn't do some sort of pickup scene, like them calling her and inviting her saying, I can't come, I'll see you next week. And maybe they do, but very surprising to see that she might not be in episode 1 at all, you know? All right, let's see. Fabulous says, someone said maybe Teresa and I'm thinking you're talking about Teresa and Melissa, will do a squash that beef at BravoCon. I mean, if they could squash that beef in 30 seconds, then why did we have the last 18 seasons of Real Housewives of New Jersey of them not squashing the beef? Whoever can get them to squash it in 30 seconds, it's giving Iyanla fix my life, because nobody else would have been able to do that. I actually was wondering, like, I was thinking about that the other day. Wonder who Squash That Beef will be with between this year at BravoCon. I'm wondering if they're going to make Vicky and Tamara do it, even though, like, they kind of have not made up or already squashed the beef, but they've been more public about, I guess, being open to it. So I'm wondering if that will happen, in which case I will be watching on a monitor somewhere, nervous. I'm actually curious, what other Squash That Beefs would there be? Not Kenya and Britt, unfortunately. Also, like, Housewives of Atlanta is filming right now, and I'm very excited for them. They were in Dallas this weekend, and I was supposed to be in Dallas this weekend. My friend and I canceled last minute. I would have died if I'd gotten there and saw them. Would have been so cool. Very excited for any season of Atlanta, but it does make me a little sad to see the filming, like the cast pictures of, like, you know, the season in progress, production in progress, and to not see Kenya. Just feels wrong. I guess I really, really thought she would be back in some way. I don't know. There's always next season, though. So, and speaking of negotiations and Barlow, Kenya, hold out for the coin, honey. If they come back wanting you after what happened, they better pay. All right. All right, everybody. Well, I am going to wrap up and get back to my work week. I'm actually getting ready to hop on a call with the OG of the OC herself. So I'll tell her y'all said hey, and yeah, then back to work for both of us after that. So love y'all forever and ever. Come back and see me Wednesday and Friday of this week, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't forget and you get notified whenever I'm live. And be sure to slide into my DMs, Hurrdat's DMs, if there's any topics or questions you want me to hit on. I would be happy to do so. So again, thank y'all so much for joining me. Besos. I'll see y'all Wednesday.